From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Reading Rodeo returns May 14th through the 17th with 4 big nights of rodeo action. Bulls, barrels, broncs, and big-time thrill. We even added breakaway roping. Get your tickets now at ReadingRodeo.com. The Reading Rodeo. 4 nights of rodeo excitement and fun for the whole family. Reading Rodeo, May 14th through the 17th. Get your tickets now at ReadingRodeo.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger in for Chase Wilson here this weekend. Doing a reminder, there still is that time for you to get into that ticket giveaway. I'm giving the tickets away tomorrow, by the way, on Monday on Coffee with Krueger at 6:30 in the morning. I'll be giving away several sets of tickets, actually. So there'll be several winners that we'll be announcing here for different days of the rodeo. Just send your entries to mkrueger@weathernorcal.com or just go to weathernorcal.com, the website, click on Contacts. It's on the menu on the very top. And you fill out the form, you press send. Make sure, of course, you include your name and the reason why you're sending the email so I know to enter you into the contest. And as I said, we'll be mentioning those winners tomorrow morning on Coffee with Krueger at 6:30 in the morning. We'll see you then if you entered. Cooling trend, that starts today. We're already noticing the temperature's not nearly as warm as they have been. Now, the winds have been picking up this morning and will continue to pick up here through the afternoon. Could see those gusts in some areas in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range. Now, I do expect much cooler weather by Monday, and looking at some rain, thunderstorms in the forecast for your Monday as well. Now, some areas today, especially along the coast, are going to see some chances for showers later this afternoon. We'll get into that a little bit later. But a gradual warming trend after Monday as temperatures climb back up, but nothing major really as far as any heat waves are concerned. So I've got the chance for showers in there for the North Coast later this afternoon. Otherwise, the rest of us will be dry and mild compared to what we've seen over the last few days. Now, there is a wind advisory for the valley and the surrounding foothills, also in the eastern mountains, basically for today through tonight. Now, we could see gusts in some areas in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range. That is strong enough that it's not out of the question for us to maybe even see a few power outages in some areas here. Now, there are no wind advisories elsewhere, but take note, especially for the coast, we are seeing some pretty gusty winds there later today. They're even 20, we're approaching 40 miles per hour in Crescent City, by the way. Wouldn't be surprised if later this morning or later this afternoon, maybe the Weather Service decides to maybe issue a wind advisory, but gusty winds there nonetheless. But the strongest winds I do think will be off in the eastern mountains, a bit breezy, gusty, even out towards Siskiyou County as well. And then we go into your Monday morning. Winds a little gusty off towards the east, southeast parts of the valley and the eastern mountains. Looks like they're dying down a bit here for the coast. And even as we go into Monday afternoon, we'll call it breezy, borderline windy, just not as bad. I think the main wind event will be today. And then the winds progressively getting weaker as the area of low pressure starts to kind of shift down to the south and east and move farther away from us. And that is what's going to really draw those winds. It's right here. So this low pressure system is just going to do this. So the farther away it moves down to the south and east, as we go into Monday, Tuesday, we're going to start to see those winds begin to die down. But this is also the area of low pressure that's going to bring us the cooler air and the rain in the forecast. Let's take a look at Futurecast here. So by 3 o'clock this afternoon, we start to see, really by the early to mid-afternoon hours, we're seeing the potential for showers for Del Norte County, but dry for everyone else. Then we go into the afternoon and evening. It starts to progress southward. We're seeing that line working its way into Humboldt County, even western Siskiyou County. But Trinity County eastward, still looking at dry conditions here this evening. By tonight, now we're seeing western Siskiyou, Trinity County westward, showers there, maybe some isolated thunderstorms, pretty much dry for everyone else. And then really by tomorrow morning, everyone's seen the chance for showers and thunderstorms. Now, this is not a type of storm system that's just going to bring us widespread rainfall. It's going to be scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the entire day on Monday. And you'll notice we're seeing a lot of blue on the map. That's the snow. It could drop down to as low as 4,000 feet. Now, we don't anticipate any of the mountain communities to really see much in the way of any accumulation, but it's not out of the question for places like El Turris, Susanville, Chester, Viola, and Upper Shingletown to maybe see snowflakes And if you do see any accumulation, it's going to not last for very long, and it will probably melt very quickly. But overall, as you can see here, by midday on Monday, scattered showers, more thunderstorms in the forecast. We go into the afternoon, 3 o'clock, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, one thing to mention is that some of these thunderstorms are capable of producing some heavy rainfall at times, and even as with the potential for gusty winds, maybe some small hail, and frequent lightning as well. So we'll be on the lookout for that throughout the day on Monday. Now, as we go into 6 p.m. on Monday, we're beginning to see most of the activity shifting eastward, but still through even the evening hours, we can still see some showers and thunderstorms in the valley, but things are quieting down to the west. As we take you into your Monday night, we're seeing the bulk of the activity off to the east, still seeing some snow down to about 5,000 feet in some of the northern Sierra and southern Cascades. By Tuesday morning, it's dry. However, we could see some more activity move in here by, look at this, by Tuesday midday, see some of the showers coming to the west, see some of the showers coming into the east as well. Now, some of that wants to try to make its way into the valley. We'll see if it survives that trip down the mountains. But for now, I'm going to keep the valley dry. But I do think the best chances for at least showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday will be off to our east, but we'll also have to watch for that potential for some showers even off to the west into Trinity County and western Siskiyou County as well. So we look at the forecast rainfall totals, and you can see, look at this, we're getting upwards of 1/10 to even over 1/4 of an inch of rainfall for the valley. Don't take these numbers to be exact, but what I will mention is that it's the areas that see those thunderstorms, the heavy downpours at times, that will see the most amount of rainfall. And the more of those you see through the day, the higher these totals will be. But I think on average, we could see about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. But for some areas in the valley, if you don't see any thunderstorms, it'll probably just be a stray shower here and there, and most likely just a few hundredths to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. So again, just depends on where you are, but I think most of it will be on the coast, and most of it will be in some of the higher elevations as well. And look at this, I'm mentioning snow in here close to mid-May. I don't anticipate any really accumulating snow for any of the mountain communities, but if you see some snowflakes in Chester, don't be surprised. Viola, as I mentioned, out towards El Turris maybe, but Weaverville, Hayfork, Mount Shasta City, probably not. You have to go above, say, 4,000 feet before you really start seeing that potential for, at the very least, snowflakes, and then maybe some minor accumulation around 5,000 feet or so. But there you can see as we go through the rest of the week, as we go past Tuesday, going to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're dry, but now we're seeing another system that could, what we call a clipper or an inside slider, that could maybe bring us some showers on Saturday, possibly even into Sunday, and that could also pick up those winds as well. So still, the forecast models are still trying to iron out what will happen toward the end of next week into next weekend, but seeing that potential for temperatures dropping a bit for next weekend, and maybe even some showers, mainly in the mountains though. All right, so for your Mother's Day, beautiful afternoon, low 80s in the valley, temperatures 60s, maybe some 70s for the higher elevations, and looks like those temperatures in the mid 50s for the coast today. Tonight, we're dropping down around 50, give or take, for the valley, 30s and 40s for the higher elevations. That cooler air is going to begin to move in, so despite some of the cloud cover, that should keep those temperatures on the cool side here overnight tonight and into tomorrow. So for your 7-day forecast, it's dry for your Mother's Day, the rest of the day today in the valley. There's the showers and thunderstorms we will see, heavy rainfall at times, gusty winds at times, the works. Then it dries out on Tuesday. Now again, I will mention that some of the latest forecast models are indicating that we could maybe even see some showers for parts of the valley, especially the north end of the valley on Tuesday. But for now, I'm going to keep it dry, and then we're dry for Wednesday through the weekend, it looks like. Taking a look at the coast, maybe some showers later this afternoon, especially for Del Norte County, closer to the evening hours for the rest of Humboldt County. Dry, though, for Trinity County, showers and thunderstorms for your Monday. We could even see some activity on Tuesday before it does dry out and warm up by the middle of next week. Your Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and Eastern Mountains, it's mainly tomorrow that we're seeing the better chances for thunderstorms here. And then, of course, the chance for showers, maybe some thunderstorms again on Tuesday, drying out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe a chance for more showers and slightly cooler by next Saturday. That's your afternoon update. We'll take a look at the latest forecast model data as we go into the second half of the weekend and early next week. We'll let you know what we can expect for rain, thunderstorms, and if indeed we could see more rain on Tuesday. That's all coming up at 6 o'clock this evening. Have a great afternoon and a great Mother's Day.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, And the big ones, too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.